What's good, Taurus? TT is here with a channel message for all of my Taurians. Today's channel message is going to be vastly different than the other channel messages that have been coming through. So if you guys are new, welcome to our love nest over here on Talk Taurus Tarot. If you are returning, welcome back, you guys. I have a lot of channel messages for you, Taurus, so bear with me as I am going to be being very specific and referring back to my bullet points that have been channeled through written divination, okay? So before we get started into all of that, how y'all doing? I hope y'all are doing well when you are guided to this reading. Hope you are celebrating yourself and embarking on this new lease in life, okay? This message is not going to resonate for everyone. I'm going to go ahead and put that out there now. So if you are easily triggered, I would suggest that you do not watch this reading until you are ready to receive it. All right. So today's overall channel message to you, Taurus, is it's time to humble yourself. Okay. I'm going to repeat that one more time. It's time to humble yourself. And a part of humbling yourself is going to look different for every single person. I'm speaking directly to those of you that have moved away from authority figures intentionally because of the truths and the confirmations and the epiphanies and wake-up calls that you have received thus far on your journey. I'm talking to my rebels. I'm talking to those of you that marched to the beat of your own drums. I'm talking to those of you that, hold on a second. It's a little cold. That have been emotionally wounded, especially women, divine feminine energy, most especially. Spirit is using me to channel a message for you, for your confirmation, for your affirmative action, your assignments, your missions. You will have to be a divine feminine that has already been receiving signs, synchronicities, confirmations. Many of you are already on that path of facilitating this, these roles and these responsibilities that you are embarking on. And though it's not easy, you are built for it tough. Okay, you are built with the spirit to never give up until you get it done. And if that spirit resonates deep within your soul and you know that you have that thing about you, that fire about you, that spark about you that just is resilient, and you will not give up until you have finished and completed whatever your mission is in this lifetime, whatever your purpose is, then this is going to resonate for you. Okay, so let's get into these channel messages, okay? Especially if you have an estranged relationship with your family members or your ancestors or your lineage, that might also resonate for you as well. So your ancestors are covering you with the cloak of invisibility. Okay, in order for you to fulfill a spiritual and physical mission that you are destined to complete. They want you to know that they are rearing you up to change directions. All right, this is the phase 1 classification of what this change of direction is. Through this transformation that is currently occurring, they want you to know that it's time. All right, it's time to get into formation with your ancestors. Example of this that they gave me was a rod, right? So many references in the Bible speaks about the staff, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort you, they protect you. So many of you have a staff or a rod of tarot. Many of you have a staff or a rod of voice communication. Whatever your staff or your rod has been thus far on your journey, it is being crafted into a arrow. All right, that's the confirmation that I'm seeing here. Your staff, whatever has been a comfort to you, and it's going to look different for every single person. A comfort could be the rod for you is being a lawyer, okay? And now all of a sudden you don't want to be a lawyer anymore. You're into divination, right? You can be into divination through this modality or this rod, and you're being like your emotions are heightening where you're more into, reform, or you want to go back and get your counseling or your therapy license or something to that degree. That's going to be your arrow. That's going to be your new direction, okay? So those are the examples that they gave me. Whatever it is that has been comforting you so far is about to be molded, okay, into another modality, into another form. And you are being reared to acquire all of the paperwork, the documentation, the experience through this rearing. That's where you're going to acquire all of the skills, all of the things that you need to perform at your most optimal level, okay? So confirmations for those of you that are psychics, okay, here on YouTube. Let's say you've only been a psychic on YouTube, or you've only been a diviner, scrying, okay, pendulums, dowsing rods, however you have expressed your psychic visions, your confirmations, your messages, especially here on YouTube is what they were saying to me, that if you've been channeling this rod or this power, you're about to be running for offices, okay? And the offices that they're showing me are places of reform where legal initiatives can be pushed, okay, can be approved. You need to be in a position where you are able to sign off, okay? They're showing me judge, juror. You need to be the person to make sure that someone that is held captive isn't executed. So you need to be the lawyer. You need to be the judge. You need to be in the position of the prosecutor. You need to be in a position where you're able to foresee the unforeseeable, okay? Also, they're showing me you need to have certain access codes and certain physical, tangible badges, degrees that will give you access to certain mainframes, certain rooms. You need to be there, okay? There's also a confirmation here where you're going to be receiving signs, okay? And these are going to show up for those of you that have the gift to like look in the sky and the clouds will form some type of bird. The clouds will form some type of totem or some type of confirmation that only you can see. So you're going to be receiving signs in the skies to let you know which offices to run for, which positions to apply for, okay, I heard run. It's something about you running, you being in the running for something, okay? I'm also hearing council boards. So I'm talking industries. I'm talking council boards, education system, council boards, medical system, council boards, food industry, council boards for the Center of Disease and Illnesses. You need to be in the rooms and you need to have positions of authority in those places. Okay, stay with me. Whatever these litigation offices, these litigation chairs that you are meant to acquire, it is all for a purpose. So if you've been saying, I don't want nothing to do with it, I don't even subscribe to the Matrix, I don't even care for that, I just love my current wand, I just love what I currently do, you are trading in one for something more influential or more powerful. Okay. Second confirmation for my mediums that are transitioning back into CNA positions, schools, counselors, administrations, and religious sectors. Highlighting emphasis, Spirit told me to highlight religious sectors. All right, many of you are being called to return to certain religious groups that are affiliated with your ancestor lineage. Okay. Hold on, I wrote something else down. Spirit wants you to recognize the importance of group cohesion, cooperation, submission, temperance, and conservatism. Okay? Now is most likely not the best time to do you. Okay? So let's get into the religious sectors that Spirit is talking about. I'm seeing Pentecostal, I'm seeing Baptist, I'm seeing Muslim, I'm seeing Israelites, I'm seeing Judaism. Okay, so there's a lot of different religious sectors or groups. I'm also seeing Ifa for some of you. Others of you, I am seeing Voodoo. So practitioners as well. It's going to look different for each of you, but these are only confirmations, this segment that I'm channeling currently right now. All right. The headline is being in the world and not of it. What does that mean to you? And how is it relevant to your journey? Okay. So Spirit wants me to talk about the wand. Okay. Referring back to the biblical context of the diviner being expressed in more than one modality. It has nothing to do with the card itself. It has everything to do with the spirit upon you. Okay, I'm having a conversation with you, and even though I'm not shuffling cards, the spirit is upon me and using me as that vessel to interpret what I'm hearing from within and channel it out. It requires that I be in a space of stillness. Okay, that's what I'm hearing, in order to allow it to flow more fluently. Okay, allowing Spirit to speak more fluently through you. For those of you that are new to the journey and you are leaving those sectors, your assignment is going to look like you learning how to allow the Spirit to move through you. If you are new to or recently drawn or called to the obscure, mysticism, the occult, whatever it is that you subscribe to or you call it. So we're going to talk about the wands, and we're going to talk about the power of the wand. Okay, the purpose, because there's a cycle happening. There's a secular cycle happening currently as we shift throughout this transition of this paradigm. Okay, so for those of you that are in this position of, for the past 5 years or more, you have been a devout diviner. Okay, the development of your spiritual connection with Source, God, Allah, Yahweh. I don't know how to say his name. Ra, okay, Obatala, whatever you subscribe to. Mother Gaia was the first assignment. So for For those that have been were called to the first assignment, or you're the first wave of diviners, okay? It required that you tap into the dark side, okay? So many of us have been called to the dark side. All right, the dark side of the moon, okay? So the moon energy, what's waning on humanity, what is in the closet, what isn't seen, what darkness is lurking, what about the narcissism, the control tactics, the corrupt leaders, what about those, what about the dark side have you been called to shed light to, or to bring to an awareness of, okay? So for those that have been called, or that it required you to pretty much tap into the negative aspect of everything, right? Negative meaning you would have gone through experiences where nobody understands the intuition and what you see. You feel like you're in the perimeter of where you're not able to, you don't belong anywhere, so you're kind of stuck in that the in between, okay? You know your intuition, but you're like expressing something that the world is not quite ready to receive. So you've been ostracized, you've been talked about, you've been given a lot of different opposition, right? Negativity about what it is that you do, or what it is that you subscribe to. Okay? On this phase of your journey, many of you have received multiple revelations. You've received multiple confirmations, and Spirit has been revealing to you all of the things that have been, currently is, and is to come in the Spirit. Okay? The purpose of this entire first wave of this wand, or this rod that was your comfort, was to help you establish thicker skin, to help you establish a place of anchoring, okay? Resonance within inside of you that no one can take from you. So no matter what religion you go back to, no matter what boardroom you're sitting in, no matter what hospital you're working for, no one can shake that channel, that rod that has been morphed into you, okay, and making you perpendicular to the square. That's how I heard it. I don't even know if that's a thing, okay? The entire purpose of it was for you to anchor this belief, your own belief, that no one can take from you, that no one can shake from you. And now that it has been made firm, this is your confirmation that those codes have been successfully anchored within you and activated. So not only has it been anchored, okay, but it is being activated, which means it's ready to be released. It's ready to be taken out. It's ready to be expressed. It's ready to be, you're going to feel certain symptoms of heating up. And that's a confirmation for you that it wants to, it's like a pot boiling, and you're going to hear hissing, and it's going to sound like a pot or a kettle on a stove, and it's like, and that's going to be your confirmation for you that this is where you're supposed to let it blow. This is where you're supposed to blow the whistle. This is where you're supposed to ring the alarm. This is where you're supposed to do what it is you're supposed to do. All right. Repressing that would feel equivalent to pressure. It would feel equivalent to dissatisfaction, anger, okay? And it would come out in different forms of frustration, and it's because it's not meant, that creation, right, what's being manifested inside of you is not meant to be harnessed. It's not meant to be held on to. It's meant to be shared, expressed. All right. I think I just glitched. Affecting your body, okay, mediumship, and your third eye, okay, clairvoyance. So you are being cycled back into humanity. You are being cycled back into certain select industries, positions, sectors, positions of authority, And they want you to know that you have done a well job. Well done. I kept hearing that gospel song. Well done. Well done. Okay. So your arrow / direction is crafted. It has been crafted. And the prior rod will be closed. So you'll start to notice that the roads are becoming more narrow and all the other doors are closing to channel you directly into the position of authority that you're being called to be the representative of, or the acclaimed, astute dictator for, okay? Authority for, okay? It will be done. God's will be done. That's what I heard. It will be done. All right. Okay, bottom, I think it was, what was that? Transformation and introspection. So it's time to go within. For those of you that resonate with that, for those of you that understand what Spirit is telling you, it's time to bring it all together. And I'm going to I'm going to tell you the cycle, how everything comes full circle, all right, in just a second. But there is something that you're not quite sure if you're ready to leap on. There's something that you're not quite sure. Someone within our collective, Taurian energy, no matter where it is in your chart, collective energy in general, there is something that you're being guided to move on, but you're hesitant about it. You're scared about it a little bit. There's an insecurity. You're not as confident if you should do this. You're not as confident if you're ready to embark on this new journey. Okay? But Spirit is telling you to keep going. Keep going. Everything's going to cycle back out. It's going to cycle back into where you need to do. You just have to trust. All right, the bottom of the deck was trust. Whew. I'm picking up this energy of like the way you look at yourself. For my divine feminine especially, and take a second to talk to you. The way that you look at yourself. You have been, many of you, I just got chills. Okay. Before we talk about those that are coming to fill in your positions and the ones that you will take, Spirit wants me to tap on this masculine, okay, divine feminine. Spirit is saying it's time to humble yourself. There's something about a masculine is coming into your life if they are not already in your life. This person is the door, okay? So the example that they're showing me is the purpose of being heard in the right rooms and in the right positions is trifold. Okay, it's trifold. So if you are refusing to enter into a submission with a particular person that is, let's say hypothetically, the boss or the CEO of a particular corporation, and you're being called to go down a particular industry, and that person feels a sense of resonance for you to partner with you. This person wants to marry you. This person wants to pursue something more with you. This person feels a sense of devotion or devout energy towards you. If you are still stuck in your prior rod of doing things the correct way and not being familiar with how this is happening, that is fear and insecurity speaking to you. I feel as if it's going to feel too good to be true it's going to feel like it's happening really fast, and it's going to feel like you are like you're moving extremely fast, Spirit. But you're being asked to trust, because this person can protect you as you continue to apply. It's something about, it's not what you know, it's who you know. But you don't understand that side of manifestation because of the fact that you've clinged on to your comfort, your rod. And so you're not listening when Spirit says, I have more money for you, I have an advancement for you. If you don't marry that person, you don't have access to their wealth. And you might feel like you don't need access to their wealth, but they're there to hire you, or they're there to marry you, which gives you the access of what you need to fulfill your other missions. It's not going to look like something you expect it to look like. This goes back to the reasons why people married ancestrally. This is why Spirit said many of you are being called to return to certain groups that are affiliated with your ancestry. Your ancestry doesn't have to mean your direct line, but it may be connected by bloodline, pure blood, okay, true blood, something like that. This may be a connection where you both are meant to bring reform and justice into certain positions of authority that otherwise wouldn't be present without you, without each other. But you are not open to receiving this, because it does look like you gonna have to submit. Divine Feminine, there's submission here. Spirit's channeled message to me earlier this morning was very clear. Recognize the importance of group cohesion, cooperation, submission, temperance, and conservatism. Most likely not the best time to do you. The reason why it's not the best time to do you could be for 1,000,001 reasons. But it feels as if there's a peace treaty happening. There's some type of peace thing that's going on here. There's some type of inheritance. There's some type of injustice that has been going on. And in order to assure your victory, you're going to have to come out of your shell in order for you to be able to share your wisdom in a more influential way, right? Because many of you are going to be sharing your wisdom where when you look at a new bill that's being passed, you're going to be able to read between the lines because of your psychic abilities from your prior life. All right? It's not personal. It's interpersonal. Okay? So you have an interpersonal relationship with the Most High, with the Creator. And the direct decisions to make certain moves is going to be sent directly towards you. I keep being drawn to the letter S, D. Okay, so let's see. Confirmations. We have S. That could be significant to someone. We have D. We have H. We have Z. We have another D, and we have M. So, very rounded, but they kept sticking out to me. Alright. Now, those may not have anything to do with a particular person's name. Okay? So, Spirit is telling me. But those letters, initials, or letters itself may mean something to you in the near future, if it isn't already. Okay? Something shouldn't be so difficult for you to do or for you to acquire. And this is why your journey is being intertwined or interwoven with someone else. This person will provide you the structure, for some of you, the house, for you to be able to continue doing what it is that you need to do. They will provide for you the position of leadership. So let's say, for example, you're getting some type of Okay, with the Hierophant, this person may be able to, let's say you apply for an entry level position, right? And you only want to be the clerk, you know, at the courthouse. But the person that's doing the hiring feels like you should be the person typing or something like that, based off of your background, or based off of your, there's something about based off of your wisdom, that you may not feel like you're qualified for a position, but this boss, this CEO, this authoritative figure feels as if you would be a great candidate to be the person. Some of y'all is going to be the person where you're typing or keeping record. Maybe you type really fast from your prior customer service position, you know. Maybe you have a very keen ability to hear what a person's about to say, so you start typing the words before they say it. There's a need for you to be in the room, though, because let's say, for example, you're typing, right? And then there's someone that was done unjustly in court, and that person is now that person's case is now coming across you being the moderator, or the person that looks over the minutes. I don't know. I think something they're telling me administration, but maybe you handle the minutes, and you're able to see that there's some injustice in how the minutes are being documented for a school system. And without you being there, knowing the minutes, or being able to see the differentiations, you wouldn't be able to blow the whistle. You wouldn't be able to tell or report that there's fraudulent behavior happening in this particular sector. You understand? Same thing goes back to the courtroom. The person may be in the courtroom, but the person that's documenting what was said is not properly documenting it. But now that you're in the position to document what's actually being said, when that person that advocates for people that are unjustly incarcerated or something like that, because they're showing me a courtroom, and they're showing me a prisoner, and they're showing me someone in the position that documents it. When this advocator is reads over the transcript of what was said, the way in which things are happening, there's going to be some type of fucking discrepancy. And in that discrepancy, the advocator will have proof or evidence, but come to find out, the person that was documenting the conversation of what was happening in the courtroom during a very closed jurisdiction, or closed, what is that? I don't even know the terminology for this. A closed case or something like that is going to be reopened, okay? But you will blend in because no one will know. No one will know. How would they know? How would they know where you came from? Okay? Release something you gotta let go of. Like this you playing small. They're saying you're supposed to be in the big rooms. Alright, I'm also seeing you may feel like you're not doing anything important, but you're meant to date some type of important person, because it's going to put you in rooms with certain people in industries that have been doing corrupt shit. Because you're in the room with those industries, and you may just be the quiet fly in the room, but nobody knows that this person has married someone that's a medium, that's a psychic, that's an intuitive, or something like that, or that has gifts that will tell them, you know, that you have the ability. See, here's why God needed to make sure that your rod or your staff wouldn't be able to be wavered or shift gears easily by someone else. Because if God places you in a room where another person has a more powerful influence for the rest of the world, and you're in that space, and you start doubting yourself and being insecure about the rod and the staff that comforts you, you would shift gears in order to push another person's initiative. God needed to make sure that you wouldn't be able to hear no one else but the Most High. You wouldn't be able to be shifted or moved by anyone else but the Most High. So this particular situation is, it's going to be beautiful, but it's going to require trust, because you're not going to know a lot of things, and not knowing is going to be your protection. But you're going to know from your rod and your staff that comforts you. So let's say, for example, you are a medium and you're far more comfortable with getting your messages with training wheels on. You got to take off these training wheels, and you're going to have to start letting the spirit use your tongue so you can communicate what needs to be channeled through you without the distraction of these cards. But Spirit had to let you play so you can heal your inner child, and you can develop your security, which is always going to be the rod that was anchored inside of you, the codes that was placed inside of you, the darkness that you were able to see that no one else can see. This is why you're qualified. It got nothing to do with anything else. That underwriter that's going to be approving the loans that you will apply for, it's not supposed to make sense as to why you're getting approved for shit. It's not supposed to make sense as to why doors are opening for you, or why a pastor is making you the first deacon or some shit, or in charge of the entire youth ministry, marriage ministry. It's not going to make sense to them, to the rest of the congregation. But you are bona fide, qualified, and already in the spirit. Okay? And your rod has been anchored inside of you. So can't no one, you know what I'm saying, switch your gears but the Most High. And that's why God had to make sure that your devotion came there first, before you were consummated or consecrated with another person. And for some of y'all, yeah, because this is about your integrity. All right? Not taking riskful things that you would regret later on. This card is making me feel like now is the time to make peace with the body that you have right now. Now is time to make peace with the way in which you look right now. The things that you are regretting from your past, it already happened. The things that you wish that you were able to see, the songs that you wish you were able to sing a long time ago, it already happened. Everything that has happened, if it happened yesterday, it's already over. It's in the past. So let no man or woman tell you that whatever happened yesterday is still new. It's only new to them because they have mind your business. No one has a right to mind your business. That's what Spirit is saying. All right. So I don't care. I don't care. God is saying that they do not care. If yesterday you was a $5 prostitute, today you are married. And you're going to have to make peace with the fact that I don't think I deserve this. Because yesterday I used to be a $5 prostitute. Well, that's why you qualified. Because yesterday you was a $5 prostitute and today you married. You see how quick you just shift? But if you lack the ability to shift in that manner, you are going to doubt yourself, be insecure. So when you walk in that room and you are passing that resume, today you are going for that supervisor position, which means you got to walk with the confidence because you have already been qualified based off that rod that God placed inside of you. For however long you've been on this journey doing what you know you doing, walking the paths you felt like you shouldn't have been walking. Okay, which means you was on the dark side. Okay, you was on the dark side, and now you are about to step into your glory. Because this looks like she hesitating in this card. She hesitating. Am I good enough? Am I good enough to go on this date? This person make more money than me, or vice versa. This would be someone else saying, am I good enough to talk to that person? They make more money than me. They're more alpha than me. They're more robust than me. Hey, all right? The only person that can qualify you for any position in this reality is going to be the Most High. So can nobody tell you that you are not qualified? You understand what I'm saying to you? This is your season, okay? Look at that. I told you about that flame. So let's see what journey you're coming on, because I feel like these are, we're going to wrap these channel messages up. Spirit, what about Taurus journey do you need them to be aware of? Oh, they want me to go back. All right, I have to bring it home. Okay, Spirit saying you got to make it all connect. You have to bring it back all connected. So the seasons and cycles. All right, so for those of you that are currently, like I said, you're leaving the medical fields, you're leaving certain industries, you're leaving certain judicial offices, and you're feeling called to come and do this. Hey, girlfriend. Hey, boyfriend. How y'all doing? Welcome. Okay, let me go ahead and give you a warm welcome. This is your confirmation, all right, that it was all connected. It was all for a purpose, right? And you will be cycled back out into those fields and positions just in different ways. But through this journey, this is where you get to nest. All right. This is why this is the love nest. You get to nest with the Most High. You get to nest with Spirit. You get to nest and you get to be healed. And in this space where you are nesting and Spirit is revealing to you the darkness that was always around you, it's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be painful. And it's going to feel like the world is attacking you. But guess what? You were made to be attacked. You were made to be ostracized, oppressed, demonized. And as long as you are not able to see that the fact that you are going through that makes you so important, you're going to struggle. Okay? You're going to get in your own way. You're not going to be able to let things happen naturally. This should be a domino effect. Okay? That's what Spirit is saying. And those of you that are in this position, you are going to have the authority to allow God to be put back into school systems, allowing God to be put back into classrooms, allowing the relationship of connecting and having Reiki and developing skills that connects you back to Mother Nature and the natural order of things. It's going to create a duality where it's a little bit of the old, a little bit of the new, but all of it is going to be you, the expression of this new paradigm, you, who you are, and you will be accepted, and you will leave that legacy, not just for yourself, but for others to feel more seen. All right. Don't ever think for a second that your path is just the most fucked up one. No, be honored. Be honored a part of this legacy. Be honored a part of the things. You may not agree with all the things that your ancestors did and how they did it and what they did it for and the choices that they made. But guess what? They made sure that you were protected. You understand? They made sure that you wouldn't be able to be eradicated. I heard Anastasia, okay? Like that, yeah. Oh, I heard the last Romanoff. Okay, so, for example, they're giving me that example because she had like the music box necklace or something like that. She had the key. One person had the key, the other one had the music box, right? Now, she was an orphan and she went through a very hard time and things like that. But she needed to be in that experience. She needed to be there. She needed to meet that person that was going to be the thief that was willing to do anything to get money. Because if she never met that person, at his heart, even though he was on the path of being a thief or a path of being a crook, he still had a good heart. He still had something that was so valuable. His journey was valuable because he had integrity, and that's how he was hidden in plain sight. Many people overlooked him because they didn't believe he had integrity, but he had integrity. All right, so it's all connected, and if you can't see how it's all connected, you will, you'll let anybody detour you from this. You know what I'm saying? This door. Damn. This door to abundance. I heard to take me to the king. I don't have much to bring. My heart is torn in pieces. Here's my offering. Truth is, I'm tired. Okay, so the truth is you tired. You tired, okay? We get it. You tired, but you about to tap into your third win or your second win, whatever it is that they call it. You about to tap into it. Get into it, yeah. If you go to church, get into it, yeah. It don't matter where you are. You about to take this with you everywhere you go. This light, this wand. All right, the process. Trust the process. Okay, I got people calling me. They calling me. You got, woo, shit. See what I told you? They calling me. All right, trust the process. Trust the process. It's going to be magical. It's going to be so magical. You're not even going to be like, you're going to be like, this feels too good to be true. It's happening so fast. I know. This is your karmic justice. This is your retribution. This is your yes. Say yes to the dress. Say yes to the position. All right, go within. If you're not sure, you need confirmation. Trust. Take a leap of faith. It's going to turn out in your... Oh, my gosh. Hold on a second. See, this is crazy because, you know, it wants to, like, lean like a Tower of Pisa right now. So I'm gonna back up off of her a little bit. Because I feel like we're just moving away from this whole like needing to, like, be told a lie in order to believe something. Like, you know, needed things to be dressed up pretty in order for you to feel inspired to do something. Ace of Pentacles. Okay? You know, needing an opportunity to be perfect, being unable to see the diamond. Okay? Our arrogance can tend to block our blessings. Four of Pentacles in reverse. What is this? The Knight of Swords. The Queen of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. Ooh. Ten of Wands. There's this overbearing, like, accepting defeat. Like, giving up on love or giving up on, you know, just, there's a sense of settling here. Like, fuck it, this is as good as I could do. And the Spirit is like saying, no. No. With the Four of Pentacles in reverse, Spirit is trying to save you from handing over all your hard work because you're tired. Okay? Handing over all your sacrifices and all your hard work and all your growth and all the things that you have done. And Six of Swords. And then you're just going to have to move on and start all over back at one. I feel like Spirit wants you to make peace with your fears. Make peace with your negative experiences that you've had in collaboration or connection with other people. Make peace with those that have other beliefs than you, family members that have other beliefs than you. This is about you not taking things personal. The Four of Pentacles in reverse. You being able to see that, yes, you might have gone through those experiences that made you feel like it'll never work or something, you know, like this community will never change. These people will never be different. But like I said, Spirit has said that you have been on the you have been orbiting around, you know, you've been in orbit. You've been in space. And now that you're being sent back into the mundane reality, you have seen so much, you have grown so much, and now it's time to apply it, right? What good is acquiring wisdom from our experiences and being in space and being able to see the whole picture if you don't know how to transition that information and that wisdom into application? If you never get to move into applying what it is that you learn or applying what it is that you have developed into, you're kind of like hoarding it all for yourself. All right, so this is why you get back out there in the sandlot and you get back out there and you play with other people. All right, Queen of Cups in reverse. It's like there's this energy of, I have a fear that you have a tendency of like over giving, over sharing, over nurturing, enabling, and people taking advantage of you. That's always going to be present. But if that anchor, for those of you that are ready for this, to embark on this aspect of your journey, that anchor is always going to be your comfort. So remember, you take a staff and a rod with you. So when you feel like you're unsure of if you should go fast, slow, go back in within. Be still and let your anchor, that rod, communicate with you. 8 of Pentacles. And then take what Spirit tells you and apply it into your life. You get what I'm saying? Apply it. We got the 6 of Cups. Because I feel like these are the memories of the past that prohibit you from, that has been prohibiting you thus far. It's almost as if now you're in a position where there's a narrative or a hidden agenda to make you so independent to the point where you become insufferable. So I feel like you're practicing, okay, for an audition. And when you audition, you're going to get every job you audition for. But you have the ability to determine if that audition is something that you want to take or not. And I feel like, because you're a star. You are a star. You're on the road to great success. All right, many of you is fame. Many of you is recognition. But more importantly, it's purpose. You know what I'm saying? It's purpose before any of those things. Oh, what I told you. You being risen from the dead. You see this? 1, 2, 3. Like you are having that third day recognition or realization or epiphany. 6 of Pentacles, that I am not my home. I am not my home. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, yeah, you're not your hair. You're not your circumstances. You're not whatever people told you. You're not none of those things. You are your own person. And with this Knight of Wands energy here, I feel like, again, you have been on the negative side. Okay? People say you hot-tempered. People say you may have been abusive, overly competitive, insecure, loud, boastful, jealous, a show-off. Okay? Maybe a habitual procrastinator. And if this is not a literal person, this may just be like the energy that has always been attracted to you, drawn to you. And like attracts like. So some level you may have liked the competition of another person desiring you, right, over other people. It may have fed your ego, and that's okay to admit that. You may have, been abused, so you hurt other people. And hurting people may be perpetuating the same karma, wanting them to suffer the same way as you have. And I feel like it only leaves you with a heavy heart and baggage to take with you, because you have stories and narratives to perpetuate down to the next generation and the next generation. And then eventually you're not even realizing that the hidden agenda was to get you to start acclaiming and affirming that same narrative over your children and in your lifestyle. And so when your environment starts speaking to you in the way where it's saying, I want you to rewrite this. I want you to be the first in your generation to write a new narrative and to create the process of how you did it for the next person and the next person. Okay, but we got to put you in a position where you are able to have the funds that you need to have all those books written for you. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to work so hard, but it will require some type of cohesion. We got to work together. That's what Spirit is saying. Put down your sword. Okay. I'm telling you, y'all are my detectives, my whistleblowers, the people that get you. You invoke change, which is why you are the walking towers, the walking karma, all of that stuff. You bring in justice, but you also have to lead in a newer form. If you're going to call justice on situations and experiences, you need to create the new doctrine, so that way you don't have to just keep dishing out consequences that you don't agree with. No, you in the position where, yes, I've had to make hard decisions, and I've had to put people away, and I've had to, you know, I've had to make hard judgment calls. But I'm also in a position where I'm sitting in the room with people where I have the power to change the entire litigation system, judicial system, school systems, and things like that. So, yeah, we know where we've been, but where are we going? How do we get the movement in that? And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. It's all spirit is kind of telling me about that. How we bring more love into the situation where the next person can have an easier path. All right. These are why these warrior spirits of like you come on this earth to take off the mask. Some of you have to wear a mask. All right. Because you're not going to be easily accepted. The reality that you are here in these times is already a threat. So you good on that. You don't gotta cause no more destruction and ruckus. You already good on that. The fact that they were not able to take you out is enough. They scared. Okay? They scared. So I'm gonna read to you the card, and it's very, very, like I said, your integrity is being covered by the cloak of invisibility and protection, okay, against these wolves. You're like Little Red Riding Hood out here, okay? If it resonates, please take it. Whatever doesn't resonate, it may be for somebody else. These are general messages. If you would like to book a personal confirmation or reading for confirmation, you can reach me at talktequila.com. It's so funny that today is Tuesday, which is like Tequila Day. Well, it's Tuesday for me, another day for you. But anyway, you are always welcome to book that confirmation. And y'all need to check out the community tab, because some days I'll be coming live on here and you can get a 1-question reading and get you an answer, okay? Take it how it resonates. In the meantime, what's this message? So it says manifestir, creation. I really do not like pausing and starting and stopping, but so if you still here, shout out to you. You dope. You awesome if you still here at this point. We're going to get through this together. We have manifestir, creation, 22. So 22, you may want to look up angel number 222, 22. Okay, but I feel like something is happening in 2 by 2s. You got a partner, because you see this? The Emperor. What is this? The Empress. And then we have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. The days of being alone, doing something on your own is ending. Okay? And like I said, this is definitely letting go of the past so you can get this new. Some of y'all is going to be that new. Alright, I'm done, Spirit. I'm so done. Y'all got me out here. My ancestors are funny. My dad is a comedian. Okay. Alright, so we have manifestir. Clarity comes in the manifestir when they define in crystal clear terms what they know, carried in from Vry. The manifestir knows how to co-create with the 4 elements to conjure the environment and desires best suited for their time in this realm. The manifestir tells you it is time. Wow. Literally, I said that it is time. Okay, it is time to stand in your power pose. It is not time for another vision board. It is time for action. The planning phase is over and the phone is ringing. What? Y'all being teleported back into the matrix. That's what I'm gonna name. Teleported back into the matrix. There we go. All right. The planning phase is over and the phone is ringing. Pick up and accept the infinite possibilities. The infinity symbol repeats throughout the curtains of flowers, symbolizing endless opportunity. You didn't come here to fail, and you can always tap into the never-ending flow of energy within yourself. It is time to sow your seeds and build the garden bed. When the manifestor shows up, you are being asked to challenge yourself. Consider the following. Am I being clear in my co-creation? The difference between a desire and a manifestation is a plan of action. I rest my case. Taurus, I'm sending you lots of love, wisdom, and guidance on your journey. Until the next reading. Toodles.